interest into actually wanting to come on his show, and that he has all the receipts to prove it.
There was a book. There was some book about the Kamala Harris campaign where they talked about her getting on this show. And they said a bunch of things that weren't true. They talked to, supposedly talked to like 150 different people about her and, you know, what happened with her coming on the show. They didn't talk to us, and which is kind of crazy. One of the things they said that weren't true was that we lied about the day that Trump was coming on. No, we just didn't tell you that Trump was coming on. He was already booked a long time ago. Trump was really easy to book, like super easy. We offered one day. He said yes. That was it. There was no, what are we going to talk about? How long is it going to be? Is it going to be edited? There was nothing.
Yeah. Now, a big point of contention here is the Kamala Harris campaign is claiming that Joe Rogan already had Trump on. He was already going to endorse Trump and didn't want to make time for Kamala to come on and do a podcast.
They never committed to doing the show. So all this talk, there was another thing they said, that the reason why they did the Beyonce thing, the Beyonce event in Houston, was so that they could be in Texas to do my show. They never agreed to do the show. None of that's true. They also said that they sent someone down here to the studio to do a walkthrough of the set. That's not true. These people didn't have a date to do. They never agreed to do the show. This is really important.
Now, anyone who's watched Joe Rogan's podcast over the years knows two things are true. One being he does every single podcast from his own studio. Even now at this point, when he does his friends' podcast like Theo Vaughn, he'll do their podcast, but they'll host it inside of his studio. He's basically only doing podcasts from the comfort of his own studio. And two, the whole point of his podcast is the fact that it's this 3-hour-long conversation, kind of like two friends out on the deck after a party shooting the shit. So having him fly out to DC and do a 45-minute interview in like a boardroom, it's just not really on brand for what his show is.
Even after Trump went on, they offered for me to come to D.C. and do a show with Kamala. But even then, it was the same deal. It was only like 45 minutes to an hour. It was not on my set. And I said that, look, he did it here. We should probably do it here. Like, if it's possible to do it here. Obviously, when he did it, it had an enormous result. I'm willing to do the same thing for her. I wanted to release both of them on the same day. We have all the receipts, by the way.
Of course.
I have a whole list of conversations that took place. They never said she was going to do it. Also, it's got to be the actual real show. It shouldn't be some fake version of it where I'm sitting in a conference room. Oh, also, they wanted a stenographer in the room. They wanted staff in the room. They wanted Trump was just in here by himself.
Yeah.
Just me, him, and Jamie. That's it.